And both teams going through their pregame rituals, getting loose well before we're underway. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. And roaming the sideline for tonight's game, our Allie LaForce. And a look at the recent power rankings. Some interesting stories here in the early part of December. They're holding tight, still looking for ways to move up.
When you look at this visiting team, they're still in the middle of the pack, but moving in the wrong direction. Need to start putting some things together.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Well, we've seen some teams, Greg, stumble out of the gate to begin this season, still trying to find their footing, getting some traction.
And when you're not meeting expectations, the pressure ramps up. But as a team, you can't let it get to you, especially with time to turn things around.
Here's Dawson. Outside, White. Into the lane. Here's Peterson. That one's in, his first shot this game.
And this is the attack mindset you want to see coming into the game.
Get it to the right guy, get a high percentage look, and that's the kind of game they want to play tonight.
Down low. And the basket by Saunders.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Peterson. And they pick up two. Peterson's got his second basket of the game.
Good way to start this game. If you want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Takes the three. That shot misses. Here's Dawson. Last game he had 13. With some arc, and that's 2 points on the layup.
The floater is a tougher shot than it looks, but boy, he makes it look effortless.
So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Saunders, the pass to Cunningham. And Cunningham with the slam.
He's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. And another look at that last play with the AT&T connected cam. Here's Dawson. To the right side. Lets it go with a three. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Well, they were looking for a fast start, and they have been perfect from the tip.
Here's Saunders. There's a good screen. No good on the three. Gone 4-4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Inside. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Pass to Cunningham. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guy, still shaking. Here's Dawson. And White kicks to Dawson. Here's Peterson. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. Clock at 4. Second chance shot. Cunningham with some nice D. Gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. They set the screen. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Well, we know he's got a lot of tools in the toolbox, but the finger roll might be the sweetest of them all.
And the free throw, no good. Gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Out left to the wing for 3. That shot missing. To the paint. goes, jamming that one home.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk. Here's Dawson. It's White on the wing. They get it again. Pass to Dawson. And he lobs it up toward the rim.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Cunningham outside. To the wing right side. Here's Saunders. And it's all evened up. Saunders has got his second bucket of the night.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Pass to Dawson. White looking around. In the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest. Gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. A very solid start for them. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Clearly a foul.
And Tyronn Lue wants a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. With the break in the action, here is the 2K leaderboard to show us the league's best shooting teams last season.
They were remarkable in terms of their efficiency on the offensive side of the ball. I mean, they did a great job of finding the open man and working for great looks. Really just an unselfish group.
The first one falls. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Peterson. Lays it up and banks it in. Peterson's got 6.
And there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
1:49 left to play in the first quarter. The layup off target. Gone 8 of 12 on field goal attempts so far. They get it back.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
Lock at 6. Out to the right wing.
Yeah, a little bit of miscommunication there. They'll want to talk about that one.
1:11 left in the first quarter. And here's Jackson. Last game he had 10 points. To the inside. Rosario. Outside Jackson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From the high post, he drills it.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
There's 42 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Saunders. 5 points in the game. This one for 3. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Back to Allen. Pass to Jackson. The tray. And it's Saunders with the rebound. Over Allen. And that concludes the first quarter of play. They're up by 6. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
Lets the 3 fly. He doesn't hit that one.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Outside for Jackson. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Jackson's got 5 now.
Boy, certainly looked like the defense was okay, letting him shoot from 3. But let's remember, he can hit some of these.
Here's Saunders. He's got 5. Out to the wing. Here's Baker. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. To the middle. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Being at 46%, making some buckets. To the left side wing. Here's Saunders. Back to Baker for the 3. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Well, we know this guy is always a threat offensively. You can't lose sight of him.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. And the home team has possession. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Here's Peterson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, guys, this summer saw the first ever 17 trades in the NBA. You might wonder why it makes sense to involve so many parties, but basically teams have more flexibility salary-wise in these multi-team deals. It is enough to make your head spin, guys. This is where things are headed.
Big moves indeed. All right, Shams, we appreciate the update. That one misses. Gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Pass to Baker. Here's the 3. That shot, no good. He has been brilliant in this game. 67% from the floor. Here's Peterson. Jacks up a 3. The rebound by Baker. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Shot clock at 5, and the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Here's Peterson. He's got 7. Steps back and shoots. That shot, no good. 47% from the floor, getting it done. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. The league is hoping for more competition for the All-Star game, and one idea to motivate the players is more prize money for the winning team. It worked for the Emirates Cup. The All-Star festivities drive revenues and publicity for the league, so those that are advancing this suggestion say, put some money on it. Kevin?
All right, Allie, we thank you very much. Pass to White. Driving the lane, and White with the stuff.
Yeah, if you're playing that power forward position, you overcome a lack of size with great hops.
Down low. Plays it up off the glass.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
They set the pick. And he drives in. Off on the layup.
Come on now, folks. You know how good that is to contest a shooter and finish the defensive play with a rebound. That is big time.
To the inside. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. And now that we have a chance, let's show you the NBA's top thieves. This is the list of this month's steals leaders. Here's Dawson. From downtown, it's Cunningham with the rebound. Gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Here's Peterson. 7 points in the game. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Peterson's got 9 points.
Well, guys love to score, but the differentiator is, can you do it at an efficient clip? And right now, that's what's happening.
A 3 ball. Peterson grabs the miss. From 18 feet away. And it's White missing. Gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Wasted no time on that one. Baker's got 6 here in this quarter.
Just love the unselfishness there. Keep the ball moving. Good things happen.
Fires top of the key. Peterson misses.
Listen, things aren't going his way right now, but listen, you just keep going. Keep working at it.
Fires the 3. Baker with the bucket. He's got 9.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
1:24 left now here in the second. Pass to Peterson. Out to White. 4 on the clock. There's the screen. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Well, not sure who was responsible for the block out, but this guy got in there and dug out his points.
There's Baker. Over to the wing. .44 seconds left in the first half. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Here's Peterson. He's got 9. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Coaches love assisted buckets, boy. It just means the team is working well together.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. From deep three-point territory, the shot. No good. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Leading by just 1. We'll see you back here after the break for 3rd quarter basketball.
What do you think about our Eastern Conference winner?
Plenty of LOVE. That's what you can do about this game. Love it, because
I'm surprised it's this close, not gonna lie. They played some weak D, giving up too many easy open looks.
Mincing, no words, as usual. We'll see if Coach can get into their heads. And that about wraps it up. And as the 3rd quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. Pass to Saunders. And the layup's good off the glass. Saunders has got 9 points. 3rd quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Here's Peterson. Here's Dawson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Dawson's got his 2nd basket.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Pass to Saunders. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Here's Peterson. He's got 9. A 2nd chance effort, and it's good on the way in. 12 points for him.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
3rd quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Pass to Saunders. A fader. That one doesn't drop. Gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the 2nd half. Here's Peterson. Six on the shot clock. It's up a 3. The offensive rebound. Takes a 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Peterson's gone 4 of 10 here. Has 6 misses. Right wing. Out to the right wing. Fires from deep. Fails to fall. This number 6 now shooting 50%. He's taken 12 shots.
Away team foul.
On Thursday and then on Sunday.
And for their matchup with Anaheim, that will be the 8th contest of the year for them. The season is young, but they are starting to find their form.
And the first one at the line is good. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
Boy, the team doing pretty well despite his offensive struggles right now.
Here's Saunders. Banked in off the glass. Saunders has got 11 points. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Here's Peterson. He's got 10, and he gets the bucket.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
And Tyronn Lue wants a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Let's now take a look at some league leaders with the rundown of the best passing big men in the NBA over the past month. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. And that one, no good to start him off on the night. Gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. And Dawson kicks to White. Fires the 3. The putback, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Cunningham outside. Pass to Saunders. 7-foot shot. The shot, no good. Gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. To the left wing. And that one is good. He has 5.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Six to shoot. Shoots. Peterson grabs the miss.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
With the floater, and he lays it up and in.
I'm beginning to take charge of this game. This could be a crucial point.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
Here's Saunders, 11 points in the game. Over in the corner, Cunningham. Off the run. No good that time.
Boy, it's in his head right now. I mean, there is nothing working for this man.
Here's Peterson. 12 points for him. And it's White missing.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he be a little bit more selective tonight. And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Here's Dawson. So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Both teams will make substitutions.
Substitution on the court. minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
1:58 left to play here in the third. There's the pick. Here's Rosario. And a miss there on the triple. Going to somewhat subpar 4-10 on their shots in the second half so far. Baker drills the three-pointer. Baker's got 12 points in the game.
Boy, defensively, you deserve to get torched from deep if you leave him that open. My goodness.
Right a screen. There's Rosario. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. On the clock. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even.
I love it. Instead of going ISO, you make a play for someone else.
Over to the left wing. There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter of the game.
Here we go. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
There's Baker. 12 points for him. Fires for three. And it's White with the rebound.
And they had some boxed coverage that turned into no coverage. And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA? Especially when the slam is coming from the point guard.
That's got to be a little bit deflating to the defense, guys. Getting kicked when you're down. My goodness.
From deep, hits the three-point bomb. He has 5.
Every team wants bigs who can knock it down from distance. Yes, sir.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Up 2. And we'll be back right after this. And let's take a listen now to Coach Tyronn Lue.
You got to make the right play like you've been doing all night, all right?
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Beyond the arc. Fails to score here. He has made 5 of 12 to this point. Inside. Rebounded by Jackson. To the paint, fades and shoots. That one doesn't go.
Boy, he was anticipating a little bit more defensive pressure, and that's one you think he's going to make.
Here's Baker. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Pass to Peterson. Jackson in the corner. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Saunders. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Here's Peterson. The 3. That one's not going to go. Here's Baker. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's Saunders to take the lead. Good on the triple.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. And so David Adelman calls the timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. And now, Hallie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. The head coach of the home team had some words for his team over the break. He pleaded with his guys to keep their emotions in check, saying, "You're battling right now. Continue to play smart. Don't try to be a hero out there. Play for one another." Guys, let's see what happens.
Thank you once again, Allie. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Here's Peterson.
Away team foul. Second personal foul. First team foul.
Jackson looking it over. Shot clock at 6. There's Rosario. Can't hit the free throw line jump. Gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
Shot to stop the run. He lays it in.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
Pass to Saunders. Over Peterson. Saunders misses. He's been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Here's Peterson. And he lays it straight in. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
There's Baker. And Teron Lue calls timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Well, this is a chess match. Looking ahead a few moves and trying to execute toward that.
The visitors with the ball. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Here's Saunders. Just 5 to shoot. Lets it go. That one misses. Gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Right the pass to Dawson. Here's Peterson. To the wing on the left. 3-pointer. It's not going to go for him. About 43% here in the fourth quarter. Here's Saunders. Launches it. That one misses. Gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Tries the spin move. Here's Dawson for 3. Knocks down the 3.
This guy has earned a reputation for handling pressure and making clutch shots.
Outside coming in. We've got 1:55 left in the game. And again, unable to change the momentum here. And get the 3.
I mean, I guess you can appreciate the confidence, but his three-point shooting has been brutal this half.
Here's Saunders, light covering. From outside, three, good.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking.
Cunningham, left side. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead right there.
Second team foul.
34 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Cunningham pulls it down.
Boy, not looking sharp at all here in the second half, but it hasn't deterred him one bit.
Six on the shot clock.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Take break. 2 seconds.
He hits the first one, and that ties the game up. And so both free throws good that time, and that puts him ahead. And so David Adelman calls the timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. So I'm looking at the clock, and guys, the situation. What do you think we're going to see next?
And this is it, guys. Down one, they've got just enough time to work it around for a good shot, and it better be a good shot because it's the only shot they have.
Here's Peterson. Missed on the three. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So for Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us. Now it's time to present our player of the game.